Many parents I talk to play the victim card all the time. If you're one of those parents, it's okay. Been there, done that. Actually, we're all still doing that. Let's talk about some ways that we can actually explore this to make sure that we create some boundaries so that we can actually dial in and lead with empathy and role model behaviors that we want our children to follow through with. Okay? Let's dive in, shall we? One of the most important parts about being human is to know you're going to make mistakes. That's okay. What you want to do is make these mistakes a little less and keep growing from every single one of them. How do you grow? Well, for starters, you got to reflect. So when your teenager is being disrespectful, when they are loud and obnoxious and they want to tell you that you no longer have authority over them, you take a pause and you ask yourself, how do I show up as the best version of me? I know you want to show up as the worst because they're just bickering, they're being rude, they're being disrespectful. And I've been there. Just this week alone, my kiddo had this tone of voice that really began to fuel my mind. And I paused and asked myself, how do I want to show up? This gives us the power to take back control of our own emotions versus kind of getting involved in theirs. And it also gives us this ability to be empathetic towards the fact that they're dealing with things as best they can. Let's dive into how we actually lead with a role model mindset. So my daughter tells me last night, and she talks about, hey mom, I want to share something with you. I have a lot of secrets from you. I did something and I began doing it 3 years ago, and I don't want to tell you because I will get in trouble. I kept encouraging her, letting her know that let's create some space where you can be yourself. You can be vulnerable. You can be open. You can share the things that you think are wrong. And it took us a very long time to get there. I had to give my daughter reassurance again and again so that way she could be open. And I said to her, hey, you know what? I've just shared so much about my life with you. So many raw, vulnerable moments. I would love to hear something that's on your mind too. And to give her the comfort that I needed to, I asked, would you like me to close my eyes? At first she said no. And she was like, okay. So I did. And she began speaking. And I did my very best to not let any emotions, any interruptions, any abrupt reactions come into the formula. And because of that, we've built a higher level of trust. And this trust is that she was going to help us to connect better as a family. When we tell ourselves that we want boundaries to be created, where the kids get to watch the way that we explore different situations, we're teaching them how to be courageous, how to figure things out, how to be tenacious, how to go after their goals, how to really create an environment where they can thrive. It all starts with us leading the way through empathy, through vulnerability, through being open about the difficulties that we've had and we're having, so that way we can equip them to do the same. I often will tell my kids this, and it's so hilarious because I say, hey, I need some help here too. It's the first time I'm a mother to a 13-year-old daughter. It's the first time I'm a mother to a 17-year-old son. And they tell me, shouldn't you have this stuff figured out by now? I said, no, you're not the person you were 3 months ago. And I'm not the mom I need to be 3 months ago. So can you help me figure this out with you? And if you are somebody who wants to figure life out and want a guide, a coach alongside you, so you can do it faster, you can do it better, so you can level up and stop the bickering and the complaining and just the conversations that are not serving you, your home, the energy space of your existence. Because you and I both know that being overwhelmed, being mentally, emotionally, physically drained is becoming the reality of many of our lives. So how do we actually say yes to ourselves, to have someone support us in creating those boundaries that not only serve this generation, your kids, for generations to come. If you're ready, you know where to reach me. DM me. I'm more than happy to support you. Sending you a ton of energy and a whole lot of goodness.